me go live on Brandy's page. You guys can host a watch party if you want as we get started.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That would help the traffic too. And we'll jump right into it.
Are you live, Mike?
Probably.
Because it's just not popping up yet on her page.
Yeah, it seems like it's coming together right now. So
Okay.
okay. Probably live by now. Let me know when you get the notification. All right, I think we're live. I think we're live on Facebook. And good evening, everybody on Brandy Bright's page. I love this. The evenings that work out where we've got to divide and conquer. So I had to step in here tonight. So she is definitely the better looking one. She's the beautiful one, Mrs. Brandy Bright. Love her to death, and she's building an amazing team tonight. We're excited when we jump on these calls, and when Brandy loves to share the success stories of people that she's working with all around the world. And so I want to talk to you about that for a moment, because we have one of the leaders on the team here from the Philippines, and of course Misty, who you're going to hear tonight. But at the end of the day, when you look at your life and we look at our life, and everybody wants more. I've never met a human being. Typically, I don't hang out with human beings if they don't want to grow, they don't want to feel better, if they don't want to move forward in their life, they don't want to make big changes in their life, because you do become a combination of the people that you spend your time with. So when you surround yourself with good people going in the right direction, good things happen. And then when you look at economic conditions around the world, regardless of 2020, I've always been a big fan and helping people understand that, you have a right to be successful. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not going to be successful in your life. We all have dreams. We all have goals. Some people just want to pay off some debts. They want to get involved in businesses like this because, they can do something part-time in your spare time. We call it a side hustle sometimes. I used to say many years ago, you never meet somebody in their 80s that's tired of golf and tired of retirement life or the golden years. But it's interesting to me over the years, you see people that are in their golden years, but they're working at the Golden Arches, meaning McDonald's. They have a part-time job because, the retirement world, the Social Security, it doesn't always, right? All the bills that need to be paid, or even in some cases, people outlive their money. My grandmother did that. She lived to, over 90 years old. So, there's a lot of reasons why. And what I want everyone to do tonight, if you're a guest on the call, is really just open up your heart a little bit, open up your mind as we come to the close of 2020. We also now come into holidays. We come into a new year, and this is where some people roll their eyes when people are like, hey, new year, new you. And I would always challenge somebody who rolled their eyes to say, take a good look at whoever's getting you excited, right? Take a good look at what they're trying to share with you. It doesn't mean you're going to join, doesn't mean you're interested, but when you stop trying, when you stop looking, for growth in life, I mean, that's pretty much when you start dying, just to be blunt. So what I love about Misty's story here tonight is there's so many moms on a mission with this team, and obviously if you're here joining the live, I am not Brandy. I'm stepping in for Brandy here tonight, but I'm so proud of her and just all the women that she works with, and she wakes up every day on a mission, to help the different moms on her team, because she knows they have goals just like her. Spend more time with your children, maybe, build something part-time for fun, the relationships, the growth, the personal growth that's happening. And, that's how I met Misty. And, this is a very powerful woman. I've been able to see her in action, and a school teacher by trade, and, I'd say a dreamer by night. She's got, beautiful children. She's got, the vision, I would say. When I first met you, I feel like you're not in the call yet, right? When I first met you, Misty, I said to Brandy, I'm like, she's got the fire in her eyes. And I always look for people that you can see the hunger. That's what's attractive. When somebody's hungry, they want more in their life. And I could see that with you from the very beginning, but I don't want to, take away from your story, but if you don't mind, just, share, Misty, a little bit about yourself and, how you started working with Brandy and why, what were your reasons to make some changes?
Awesome. Of course, I'm so excited to share a little bit about my story and why I'm doing what I'm doing with this amazing team. And it was a perfect segue that you gave when you talked about New Year, New Me. So, a little bit of backstory. I, graduated high school, went to college. I had that whole, okay, I'm going to get a degree, I'm going to be successful kind of thing. I worked 3 to 4 jobs to put myself through school. I went to school full time. So I've done a lot of different jobs. I worked as a certified nurse's aide. I did bartending. I did nannying. I've done pizza delivery. I've done a lot of different things. And when I graduated, I was like, okay, yes, I've got my degree. I'm ready to make money. I'm ready to, build my life. And then 5 years later, let's fast forward a little bit to the beginning of 2020. Okay. And you said it, new year, new me. I have my journal. I've always been into journaling. And I started my journal this year and I had a lot of big goals. And I had this vision that I really wanted a lot more for my life because I was feeling very stuck in my job. I was feeling really discouraged as a new mom. And as a teacher, I had always poured so much of myself into my career, into my students. And, as a single person, that never really took the toll on me that it did whenever I became a mother. And so I found myself at the beginning of this year just feeling very discouraged and exhausted in so many different ways. And I knew that there had to be something more. And so I started my journal at the beginning of this year. I wrote down some big things. And then April is when I connected with Brandy for real. Like, boom, the universe just like kind of smashed us together. I had been praying for an opportunity to work from home to make some additional income. And so whenever I came across that, I was like, okay, this is something I really need to take a look at. So I did my due diligence. I did some research. I did, the things that you do before you take a big leap. And I was like, okay, this is it. And since then, it has been amazing, the journey over the last 6 months and all that this opportunity has provided me. Like, I had no idea all that I was getting when I said yes to this opportunity. So it's been the one thing that I love the most is that there's no income cap. Your work ethic does write your paycheck. There is so much potential for growth. And for someone like myself who really, I work hard naturally. That's just who I am. I like to work hard. I like to do my best. And I feel like so often people are put in a situation where their best isn't always rewarded more than the mediocre. And so I love that this opportunity gives people who are willing to go for more the opportunity to have more. And the things that I did not know I was getting with this opportunity was the amazing support system, the family that comes with this, the people in your circle. Like you said, kind of separate to elevate. You got to put yourself around those people who are going to push you and see the potential in you so that you can actually reach your full potential. And it's been kind of unique for me because as an educator, I had always been the person reaching my students, trying to pull their full potential out of them. And now I really feel like I'm the student in this opportunity because I have so many great leaders around me that are pouring in and just trying to get that full potential out of me. And so I've experienced so much personal growth with my mindset, my money mindset, and all of that has just compounded and snowballed into the financial aspect of it. And the thing that I really love, there's so many things I love about our company. Like, I don't know where to start. The fact that it's family owned, the fact that our CEO is a former math teacher, that really resonated with me. I was like, whoa, wait a second. Okay. So that's really cool. The fact that it's faith-based, I know that that might not be for everyone, but for me as an educator, that was something that I always had to put to the side. Like I had to separate that part of myself to do my job. And I really like that I can just be my authentic self with this. And I don't have to compartmentalize the different aspects of who I am in order to be making an income. It's so flexible. I love how flexible it is. You know, some days I just have my son, 2 years old, running around being crazy. Some days I have two 2-year olds because I also take care of my nephew. But I'm able to work this in, you know, early in the morning, during nap time, whenever they're playing quietly and not fighting, during bedtime, whatever. And I love that I'm able to take ownership of my time. And also the fact that I'm able to just be part of this mission. Our mission is just to help people to be their best selves, whether that is with the opportunity or, you know, with our products. So there's so many good things that I feel like I could literally talk about this for probably an entire hour. But it's something that I wish that I had come across sooner. To be honest, when I first started this, I had no idea what types of our types of companies did. I had never experienced anything like this business model. I didn't know anything. I All of this was completely new to me. So I love that the way that our company has things structured and the way that our team works, you can literally know nothing. If you have the drive and the willingness to be coachable and you're motivated, you can be and you will be successful with this. So it's awesome. I really love everything about it. And it's helped me grow in so many different ways. And it's great to see my teammates grow as well. And like I said, we feed off of each other in such a positive way that it's it's hard not to level up, you know, and to become better and better and better as you go.
No, those were you. I almost don't want to say anything after that because you did such a great job kind of laying it out. But you know what I took away from what you just shared is, and I love it. You know, you basically said what we always like to say. It's, you know, money becomes the side effect. You know, and what you shared most, which was powerful, is the fact that how much you're growing. You know, and you're just you feel that, and you can't put a value on that. I always tell people you can't put a value on your personal growth. You can't put a value on your relationships that you know, look at the relationships that you create in this business. You become lifelong friends, and you know the travel experiences on a normal year, you know, being able to travel and you know have life experiences with people. So that's really the key, and that's part of the success formula. I always tell people, I say, look, you got to stop digging apart in companies and products and compensation plans. You need to start digging on you. Like, if you do that first, you know, anything you pretty much want is going to work out because you're not going to go join some horrible company. You know, the reality is people have to look in the mirror first. And, you know, you naturally already knew that and you did that. And one thing I always share with people, and you've probably heard me a million times say this, one of the biggest problems people have is they just don't make decisions. They just don't decide. Like what you said, I mean, I heard it in your voice earlier. You said you just knew that you deserved more. There was something more for you out there and you had to go find it. So, you know, after 7 months, you've been in the business now 7 months. Love hearing your story here, you know, as far as the business. What are some of your goals or what do you see yourself achieving with, you know, what's going on with the, you know, with your team and also for you personally? Because you've already hit some really big ranks in a very short period of time. I mean, you know, it's like you look innocent, but man, you get out there and you just crush it. You know, it's like you just go because you did. You became what was it? What months did you hit your ranks? Because I want people to hear how you've been doing this part time and but you've hit like 3 ranks already.
Yeah, so after I think it was like 45 days, I hit Ruby. And then in September, I went Diamond. So that's huge. And, you know, I'm a go big or go home kind of person. I'm going to be, you know, ambassador. It might take me a little bit of time, but like I have high expectations for myself, high goals. This is something that I have found so much passion for throughout that I don't see myself really doing anything else. I do have a little bit of a unique situation. And I know that not everybody is able to do this, but I decided not to go back to the classroom this year because of this opportunity. And so, like I said, I'm going big and I want to take as many people with me as I can. I want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to get more out of life. But that also made me think of something else, Mike, is that our team is so diverse. Like you have people on our team who do this because they are already a stay-at-home parent and they just want to have something for community and a little bit of extra income. But we have a lot of people on our team who work part-time or full-time jobs. Like we have nurses, we have um, all kinds of real estate, we have different kinds of people, and they are able to work this into their life. And so, really, the takeaway from that is just that anybody can do this in their free time whenever they make time for it. And that's the beauty of it, is that the more you pour into it, the more it's going to grow. And so, you got to start somewhere. So, why not say yes now?
I
Right?
love it. No, no, and you brought up a great point, and that's, the second thing I always tell people is you have to believe in yourself. Most people today are they're in a bubble of negativity, whether it's the news, whether it's their neighbors, sometimes it's family and friends. People don't realize that, when you bust out of that bubble, which is what you did. I mean, at some point you made a decision, Misty, and there was nothing stopping you. You had a blindfold on, and as fate sometimes have it, you align with the right people. When people make decisions and they ask and they go out and they seek, guess what? I mean, you already experienced it. It will come to you, right? And some people just think, well, if I just sit on the couch all day, it's going to come to me. And it amazes me. I've been doing this a long time. So that's why I was so excited to share your story here tonight, because if you go out, you're going to get. And if you go out, you're going to start that process of living your dreams. And that dream could be simply, in your story, which I love. And I didn't realize that, 2020, that was a really big year for you also to be transitioning into, giving yourself more freedom. So that's an awesome journey. And we'll be cheering you on the entire way. Any last minute thoughts you want to share with everybody before we wrap up? We always try to keep these, if you're a guest on the call, these are always short and sweet and powerful.
So I want to go back to what you said about making a decision, because opportunities do come. And oftentimes they pass us by because we don't make the decision to either say yes or to say no. And so this is something, like, for me, I had other opportunities come my way before I said yes to this one. And it comes down to, you have to really look inside yourself and say, is this what I want? And if it is, if you have a little spark inside of you right now as you're watching this, then you need to reach out to whoever invited you to this space, because there is a big chance that this is exactly what you've been looking for. And it just comes down to making that decision to say yes and to commit. And you got to set aside the what ifs, the negativity that I'm not sure, and just go for it. Because if you go for it and you take a chance on yourself and you just do it, look at what can happen. It can completely change your life. And so you just got to make that decision. Do you really want it?
I love it. Yeah, that goes right into what you already know. I always tell people you got to take action. And that's what you just shared. You've got to get in the mode. Sometimes I tell people it's okay to get mad, but do something with it, right? It's okay to get frustrated, but you got to do something with it. Don't be the one that says, oh, wow, well, this just keeps happening because this just keeps happening. And this is, you talk yourself into those situations. You got to do what Misty did. You got to make a decision. You got to believe in yourself. You got to find the right people to connect with. And then you go out and you take action. That's what's going to make all the difference in the world. Even if it's not perfect activity. I always tell people imperfect activity is better than perfect inactivity. So let's not talk about things all day. Let's not think about things all day. 2021 is right around the corner. Let's not hesitate anymore. Stop procrastinating. And, we overthink, we prejudge. Oh my gosh, and by the time you're done doing all that, you're pretty much in a situation where you don't even start. And that's why it's so important to do what Misty just said. Sometimes you got to do just like what Nike says. You just got to do it. Just go out there and take a leap of faith. And it's not, anything more, in my opinion, then going out and bettering yourself. So when you get to that challenge, like what Misty did, she got to that mode. I'm challenging myself. She wants to go out there and do some big things, and you've done them in a very short period of time. So, but thank you so much, Misty, for jumping on the call. I am surrounded by boss ladies all over the world tonight. I see we've got Nia and Juvie. These are two amazing women from the Philippines. So if you're joining on the live or maybe watching this recording later, I'm filling in for Brandy Bright. I always laugh when I say that. I wonder how many people jump on here and they're like, "Where's Brandy?" So Nia and Juvie are from the Philippines, and that's one of the newer markets. So it's exciting. Nia, we're going to wrap up, but do you mind just maybe sharing? And I got to tell you, just like 1 minute, just real quick testimonial and say hello to everybody. I'm going to unmute you. Hold on.
Okay. How many seconds are you giving me?
You'll know when I mute you again.
I know. Okay, guys. So okay, I won't go as far as but okay, this is a ground floor opportunity for everyone, especially here in the Philippines. And so I have seen the vision of how huge this can become in the Filipinos' lives. All you have to do is to, as Mike said, take the leap of faith and do it with us, because we are the team that will really hold you by your hand and we'll lock arms and go work together. And this is not just an empty promise, because I have been experiencing it. If not, you will not see me here anymore. If not, because Mike is by far the best mentor that I've ever had in my network marketing career. And I have been in the network marketing career since 2009. So, and my one of my team leaders here, Juvie, is also the same, and we are all Christians. And that's why we are happy with this company, because this is a faith-based company. We put God in the center of our work. I'm stuttering. Okay, that's it, Mike.
You're
Hey,
doing
good
awesome.
job, Misty,
No,
by the way. Huh?
no, hey, thank you so much for sharing. No, we love your story, Nia. It's a powerful story. And for those of you that have never been to the Philippines, it's a beautiful country, lots of islands and amazing people like Juvie and Nia, who are natural entrepreneurs. Nia is a mother of six. I mean, in the Philippines, the average income is $300 a month. And so when you look at opportunity, I don't care what country you live in, what city you live in, what zip code you live in, opportunity is opportunity. That's why when people ask me, Mike, what's your favorite product? And I'm responding the same way for a long time. Opportunity. That's my favorite product, because that's what people want. That's what they need. And it's what changes lives. When people introduce other people to a better way, to a more fulfilling life, and you get around people that are moving forward. You start surrounding yourself with winners, the conversation is extremely different. So thank all of you, and awesome job, Misty. Thank you for the coming in for the close there, Nia. You did good, man. You just, boom, didn't even have to mute you. You did so good. Didn't even go longer than you should have, but you should have gone longer, because you always have a great story. So good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. And next time, most likely you'll see Brandy on here. Night, guys.